welcome to another card review show. And now this time, your eyes do not deceive you. This is not an Undertaker card. This is a SmackDown 1999 lenticular or chromium version of the Stone Cold card number 42. So, these are slightly different from the base set. The base set doesn't have this chromium effect to it. The base set is just a standard gloss card with no coloured chromium effect added to it. They then released almost like a base set 2. You could buy them in packs. Packs, I think, are about 6 or 7 cards, something like that. And they were these chromium effect cards. There was only about 20 or 25, I think, something like that. I don't remember it being the full set, but there was only a handful of cards that were given this kind of chromium coloured treatment, and they're embossed, so they do feel they do have a texture to the feel of the card. And when we go under the microscope, you'll see the actual impact of what that effect looks like. So, yes, this is not an Undertaker card. Normal service will resume. I am sending some later on, so I will do some videos of those later on as we go through. But as we can see here, this is a fantastic card. It's really nice. I think it's a really, really pivotal card of the Attitude Era. Obviously, Vince McMahon screaming in Stone Cold's face. I think that's a really, really good picture. And to be honest, I think it's probably up there with one of my favourite cards. So what we'll do, as normal, we'll have a look at it under the microscope and we'll see how it goes. We'll have a quick look at the back of the card just to see what is on the back, and we'll go from there. So as we can see there, card number 42, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and these are the SmackDown, the Chromium edition, but some people call them lenticular. Bit of an odd phrase, I don't really see it in many other cards. But the year is 1999 that's listed on these, and of course you can still see that classic WWF logo as well. So let's look under the microscope and see what we can find. So as I move it into position here, obviously this is a very close-up microscope, so we'll go close up to Vince McMahon's face here. If we move the card around a little bit, we can see Stone Cold's face there as well, and we can actually see that the embossed image that's on the card, which we'll see in a second, is actually a skull, which is very apt for Stone Cold, of course. So that was quite good. I didn't actually realise it was a skull that was embossed there. But if we look at the first corner here, nice and sharp. Let's move along the edge. So this is the top edge of the card. So let's have a look. Nice and clean, and the other corner is clean as well. Now, I did actually pull this card straight from a pack that came out of a booster box. So that's a rather scary face. So they came straight out of a booster box. So I know the cards are really, really clean and really, really fresh. So there shouldn't be, fingers crossed, get my finger out of the way. That was a nice corner. There shouldn't be any problems with these cards. So as we know, PSA grade these from a scale of 1, or at least 0 to 10. 10 being the highest you can get. And then we finish up the edges there. So we can see the edges and the corners are really, really sharp. Seeing the surface of the card on this one is going to be really difficult. Yep, trying to get that light in focus. It's just, difficult to actually see it. But it shows a good image there of the embossed image they've put on the card. So you can see those skulls there. I think that's really cool. I think that's really good. So we'll go across the surface of the card. It's going to be so difficult to tell. We'll try anyway. So far so good. I mean, we're kind of looking at the gloss and the lights on the card to see whether or not that's going to bring anything up. But so difficult to see. I mean, it's tough with these types of cards, even with no light, to see if there's any problems. But no, it looks okay. Looks fine. We'll have a look at the back. I don't look at the back too often. Let's turn that light off and see. Oh no. If we put the light on, we should be able to see if there's any scratches. No. Oh, I can't even see in this corner. No. So far so good. Looks okay. They do look at the back of the card, so it is worthwhile just checking the backs of cards as well. Sometimes if there's a hard or a heavy indentation on the back, it pushes the front out and you can't quite tell. But again, we shouldn't see. This card actually was in the middle of the pack, so it had been kind of squashed, which was really good. So it really didn't have any problems with the any damage from the box or the pack or anything like that. So yeah, so far so good. A difficult card to tell on the surface and difficult card to tell on the centering as well. So a real roll of the dice on this one, but we know the edges and the corners are good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that one should be okay. Let me know what your thoughts and comments are below and guess what you think the grade will be, and tune in for the next episode where normal business will resume.